Am I the a-hole for getting my pregnant wife a low-carb birthday cake and canceling her Uber Eats order earlier this week? My 34M wife, 29F, is currently 31 weeks pregnant and was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. She's always had a sweet tooth and love for pastas and carbs, and those are all the things she's been craving. Her doctor stresses she keeps her blood sugar under control. Past week was a bit of a mess. We had a huge fight over her wanting to eat all the carb-rich food at this big fat Indian wedding we attended, but me not letting her have too much. Thing is, without be around, she is simply unable to practice self-control. She tends to binge like it's the last time she'll ever have carbs again. I don't understand why she has this scarcity mindset. She simply cannot practice moderation. It's just not satisfying enough. So, I don't let her be alone wherever there is food. There have been several instances where she went overboard, fell sick, was rushed to her doctor, being scolded harshly by her doctor, having a therapy session. She just can't. After the wedding we got home, and she was really upset. She ordered a dessert box off Uber Eats to defy me. She said she just needed one bite of each. I saw the notification on her phone, we share an account, and yeah, I canceled it. I told her gently that it wasn't a good idea, and she flipped out, saying I was treating her like a child. I reminded her that she had literally asked me to stop her every time I felt she was being irrational. She cried for an hour. It was her birthday this week. I cooked her favorite keto-friendly dinner, got her flowers, and I even found this bakery that specializes in low-carb, diabetic-friendly cakes. It wasn't cheap, but I thought it was a nice compromise. When she cut it and tasted it, she burst into tears. She said it wasn't a real birthday cake, that she felt punished for being pregnant, and that I didn't even let her have one day to feel normal. I tried to explain that I was doing what I thought was best and keep her safe. She didn't want to hear it. She barely touched the cake and went to bed early, saying I made her birthday feel clinical. I am at the point where I simply cannot afford to care how she feels. Because she expects me to indulge her if I do. I am her husband. I am supposed to protect her, yes, even from herself and my baby. Even if she sees me as a monster, it's only temporary. Like there has been an actual medical emergency due to her irresponsible behavior, and I cannot risk letting her exercise autonomy anymore because she cannot practice safety for once when she needs to. Am I the a-hole? Update, so I got a lot of heat in the comments. Yes, you all were right. I was being controlling, out of necessity, and being an asshole in the process. I recognize that I don't like being either of these things. I know a lot of you had issues with me mentioning keto-friendly diet for her, but let me clarify once again, keto-friendly diet is recommended by her doctor. She overloads on carbs when she sees them in front of her, so the only solution is not having any high-carb foods in front of her. So we only focus on having complex carbs like bananas, a small serving of sweet potato, you know the drill. I haven't bought things like pancake batter, tortillas, or bread or pasta, things she craves and overloads on out of cravings. This was only a temporary solution, so I was ready to risk her hating me forever if it meant saving my kid from developing health issues the rest of his life and preventing her from developing type 2 diabetes forever. But I recognize that I hate being in that role, so I will do the next best thing. Have a really firm conversation with her telling her that she's entitled to whatever she wants to do with her body, but be prepared for the consequences of those actions. I cannot wait around for my partner actively harming her child and herself, and if deemed necessary, I will leave her because she won't compromise on her selfish desires temporarily for the well-being of our child and herself. Before I do anything or take any extreme step, I am going to pursue mental health interventions for her more aggressively, and she has to cooperate. Last time we pursued it, it did not work, so I will try harder and harder until there's no other solution left. A lot of you are being creative enough in your vitriol, telling me I hope she leaves me and takes everything in divorce when it's actually the other way around. She'll have to pay me child support payments instead because she earns more than I do. I still do well for myself, but that's another story. I will give her full reins. If therapy doesn't work, no longer would I intervene, which made her say I was being indifferent towards her. Fair enough. But these are your choices, and if something happens to our baby, only you and you are responsible for that. And I will document this going forward just in case I need it in the future. I have already compiled all the reports I got from the doctor, even all those related to that one medical emergency she got scolded on but refused to change. If she cannot make small sacrifices to take care of our baby before he's even born, I cannot, with full faith, feel that she can be an adequate mother. I will have a conversation about her about the possibility to her losing me due to her choices. I've already touched on a few topics. Let's see if this initiative on my side shocks her into adopting better habits and not losing it on the carbs. Watching someone you love make choices that feel reckless or self-destructive, especially when they are carrying your child, can feel like betrayal. I will never be able to forgive her if our baby has health problems.